Hey, church family, we are gearing up for an awesome family weekend, April 17th and 18th, coming up in the next week, pretty much.
Yeah,
And so,
about 10 days out.
yeah, so we wanted to come to you with just more information about the vision, the purpose of this event, why we chose to do this. Why are we bringing family teams to Ottawa to help us learn and grow to cast vision in the family home for the glory of God, and
Yeah,
how we can direct our family life really to think eternally and
absolutely.
to do things on this earth that are going to matter. And so, Dakota, how did this all come about? What kind of came into your mind that this was something that would really benefit Ottawa Bible Church and our community?
Yeah, I think one of the natural values that we have as a church is the valuing of the family unit as God has designed it. In fact, I think that should always be one of Ottawa Bible's major value systems, is that we are not here to prop up individuals, but we are here to prop up families. And that might sound like, oh, we're excluding singles and things like that. No, it's actually, hey, the family unit is so powerful. It's the first institution designed by God, where even if you don't have your own individual family that you are in fellowship with or feel like you belong to, that doesn't mean that there are not families within the church for you to attach yourself to and to flourish along with them.
Yeah, I think we think in the West, when we say family, we're just thinking of mom, dad, and some kids
For a
for
season
a season.
before everybody breaks apart.
Right.
Yeah.
But actually we have multiple seasons of life that we are always a part of a family of some kind, no matter what age we are. And so it's always good to come to something like this, because this isn't just focused on parenting specifically or focused on those certain seasons. It's really preparing us for whatever stage of life we're in, looking into the future. And so what are some of the things at the event that are going to be focused on that would benefit all ages, no matter what season you're in as an adult?
Yeah, no matter the season, I think the Friday night is the initial challenge. And really, we're going to be surveying different philosophical systems of what society has said the family is for a long time. And then after the challenge, we're going to move into Saturday. Like, what are the practical tools for maintaining a healthy family, regardless of where you're at in life, what stage you're at in life? That's valuable information to have, to use and apply for yourself or to encourage others towards. But beyond the practical tools of building a family team, are also things like how do I parent my children through all stages of life, even when they're beyond the home? Like, is there a purpose to my role as a parent? After all, children are to honor their parents even towards the end of their life, right? And so the relationship dynamic might change, but the first lecture, or rather the second lecture, sorry, will be how do I exist in this relationship as time changes? A third one, which you and I are also really excited about, is how can we begin thinking about having a multi-generational family business? Can you imagine the type of setting where grandfathers and fathers and children's children, multiple generations, are all taking part in some type of family-owned business together, where it keeps our families tight and we pass on a legacy? So there's going to be a third talk around the lunch hour for that. And then the fourth one is, I'd say most important for the church to grab a hold of, is how do we as family units fulfill the Great Commission? Yes, an individual can fulfill the Great Commission, but how does the family do that collectively and corporately, where we are setting a tone of, hey, even when you leave this house, the Great Commission is something you should live for. So those are the sessions. They're always followed by breakout discussions, and those breakout discussions is where we need our older, legacy-based generations to come in and have a voice at the table.
Yeah, one of the big main themes is to challenge Western culture when it comes to the individualistic side of things. We know we're Americans.
Yes.
We live here. We understand how individualistic things can be. Leave your home, go get an education, get your own job, kind of almost disassociate from your family to live your own life and to live your own dream. And I think there's a better way, and there's a biblical example of living as a family unit in this life, and how much more fulfilling that is, not just for ourselves, but to honor the Lord and what He has made as a family unit and the roles in which He's designated for us, and how we can build a culture that's super healthy in the West, in America, that really props up the family again.
Yeah.
And so I think this event does that, and it may change our minds, which I hope it does, no matter what generation you are, towards influencing the next generation to focus on the family.
Yeah, and I think maybe a natural question that could come out of this is, well, doesn't the Bible say to leave your father and mother and cling to your spouse? Absolutely.
Right.
And so since we have a Q&A on the Friday night and we also have a Q&A on the Saturday, that's a great place to say, so what is the line of codependency on parents once you've already become married versus saying, hey, beyond the idea of codependency, how do we as family units maintain honorable relationships together? Mm-hmm. So like grandparents have an influence in the lives of their grandchildren. How do we make this thing last beyond just the individual family unit where the kids are from birth to 18 years old? What does this look like to be more glorifying to God from a multi-generational perspective? And everybody has a part to play in that.
Yeah, so just real quick to end, we have on Saturday for our full day session, we have a child care, or almost kind of a children's program of activities and different things going on at Ottawa Bible Church, where you can
gonna be great.
Check them in at the church in the morning.
We're going to feed them lunch.
We're going to feed them lunch, and so that'll last all day. So those who do have children who need to be able to have somebody watch your kids while you come to this, we have that available for you Saturday. Friday night, we'll be on your own, but it's only for a couple hours, and so we hope that you can get that figured out before April 17th and 18th. It's a Friday and a Saturday all day, and so make sure you register on the app or the website. You can find it on both. Register so we know how many people are coming, and also register your children for the Saturday event for them, so we know how many kids are coming and how many kids to feed. And so those are a couple things you need to do to prepare, but also just be in prayer for an exciting weekend to be together and to grow as a church and to become more healthy in the family home, the family unit, which also then impacts the health of the local church. And so we're so excited for this weekend, and we can't wait to see you out there.
Yeah, I would just say a couple more things. Again, you can go to ottawabiblechurch.com, and literally at the top of the homepage, you can see where you can register, or you can go to the website and then click on events. And once you've clicked on events, it will separate the registration for your kids from the registration from the workshop itself. And then invite people from the community. This is a great opportunity to invite, let's say, young, super young families who just need an older couple to coach them and bring them to an event that would kind of get them off the ground. This is a great opportunity even for, teenagers, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, to begin asking questions. Hey, I could have a family within the next 10 years. What are some practical tools that I need to know about? And so whether you're a teenager or you're planning to get married one day, or you've been married for a long time, spring training in baseball is spring training for a reason too, right? Like you never stop forgetting about the fundamentals of baseball, and you never stop forgetting or remembering about the fundamentals of the family. Right. And so we just encourage everyone to come out and to make sure you attend. Friday night from 7 to 9, all day Saturday from 8 to 3 at the OMA.
All right, church family, get out there, register, invite others, and we'll see you there. Have a great week.